Thank you, Mike, and thank you for bringing me here, all of you. It's so great to be here, and I loved hearing the students' poems. They were really fantastic. And you're clearly kindred spirits, as you'll see. I have some octopus, some Michelin Man, some small poems, so it was really nice to hear them all. I'm going to start out with the mermaids. I wrote this one mermaid poem, which apparently has been in bathroom stalls around. Impressive work. And then a year later, I started writing all these other mermaids, so I thought I would read a few of those first. The straightforward mermaid starts every sentence with, "Look." This comes from being raised in a sea full of hooks. She wants to get points 1, 2, and 3 across. Doesn't want to disappear like a river into the ocean. When she's feeling despairing, she goes to eddies at the mouth of the river and tries to comb the water apart with her fingers. The straightforward mermaid has already said to 5 sailors, "Look, I don't think this is going to work," before sinking like a sullen stone. She's supposed to teach rock impersonation to the younger mermaids, but every beach field trip devolves into them trying to find shells to match their tail scales. They really love braiding. "Look," says the straightforward mermaid, "your high ponytails make you look like fountains, not rocks." Sometimes she feels like a third gender, preferring primary colors to pastels, the radio to singing. At least she's all mermaid, never gets tired of swimming, hates the thought of socks. Okay, I haven't read this one before, but I'll try it. They're very new, the mermaid poems, not as fresh as the one written this morning. The Deadbeat Mermaid. The deadbeat mermaid would have done better in a world with rules. Red for stop, green for go, tea at 4 and bed at 9, detention, suspension, wash your face of grime. In the loosey-goosey ocean, there's nothing and no one to stop her. It's her barca lounger with built-in wave massage. She stubs her cigarettes out in the water, and by sunset, she's usually sporting a soggy beige hula hoop of cigarette butts, unless a speedboat zips by and clears the area. The deadbeat mermaid left her 7 merpups with their merfather years ago, saying, "If seahorses can do it, so can you. Take the fillets out to play." He's no great shakes, but he does teach them how to crack open a crayfish and suck out the head. Fresh seafood steers clear of the deadbeat mermaid's sludgy surround, but she's just as happy with the tourist leftovers, those soggy parcels of fish and chips wrapped in newspaper that go floating by. The news is blurred and over by the time the paper gets to her, but she doesn't care. Between meals, the deadbeat mermaid floats on her back and watches the giant television of the sky stuck on that same stupid cloud channel all day long. The Homemade Mermaid. The homemade mermaid is top half pimply teenager, bottom half tuna. This does not make for a comely silhouette, and the fact that her bits are stitched together with black fishing wire only makes the combo more gruesome. The Homemade Mermaid floods Mermag's Ask Serena column with postcards that read, "Oh, why not half salmon or half koi?" Signed, Frankenmaid. Sure, she's got the syndrome, loves her weird-eyed maker who began his experiments with Barbies and goldfish in a basement years ago. But she does sometimes wish he'd picked her prettier sister and left her tanning on tinfoil in the yard. When he lugs the homemade mermaid to the ocean, she always comes swimming back, propelled only by her arms. She really hasn't reconciled with that tail. The next day, he can usually be cajoled into playing a game of all-girl. They tuck her tail in a tank behind her, and her human half sits pertly at a desk. Whether she's playing secretary or schoolgirl, the game always ends when the mixture of glue and glitter that he's still perfecting for her tail sparkles gets stuck in the tank ventilation system, and the engine coughs to a stop. She sighs as he scoops out the glittery sludge. Tonight again, he'll serve her algae with anchovies, and she won't complain. The one time he brought her fries, she took them as if in a trance and dipped them 2 at a time into the ketchup. The shared memory sprang to both their faces, 2 severed legs, blood everywhere, his hand gripping the saw. The Backyard Mermaid. The backyard mermaid slumps across the bird bath, tired of fighting birds for seed and lard. She hates those fluffed up feathery fish imitations, but her hatred of the cat goes fathoms deeper. That beast is always twining about her tail, looking to take a little nip of what it considers a giant fish. Its breath smells of possible friends. She collects every baseball or tennis ball that flies into her domain to throw at the creature, but it advances undeterred, even purring. To add further insult to injury, it has a proper name, Furball, stamped on a silver tag on its collar. She didn't even know she had a name, until one day she heard the human explaining to another one, "Oh, that's just the backyard mermaid." "Backyard mermaid," she murmured, as if in prayer. On days when there's no sprinkler to comb through her curls, no rain pouring in glorious torrents from the gutters, no dew in the grass for her to nuzzle with her nose, not even a mud puddle in the kiddie pool, she wonders how much longer she can bear this life. The front yard thud of the newspaper every morning, singing songs to the unresponsive push mower in the garage, wriggling under fence after fence to reach the house 4 down, which has an aquarium in the back window. She wants to get lost in that sad, glowing square of blue. Don't you? All right, we'll stick with the sea theme.